there, but cruel enough to film it and give it to you.
Yes, that's what a good mom does. I love you, Mom.
Did Taylor Swift just give us the ultimate heartbreak survival guide? Swifties, grab your tissues or your revenge dress, because Taylor has officially curated a 5-stage breakup playlist, and it's a journey. With the Tortured Poets department on the horizon, she's mapped out every post-breakup emotion: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance, using her own discography. From the delusional optimism of Lavender Haze to the ultimate petty anthem, "We are never ever getting back together," and the bittersweet closure of, "Now that we don't talk," this playlist feels personal. Almost like she's closing the book on a certain British ex? Let's break down each stage. Stage 1, denial. Denial. The blissful, delusional stage where you convince yourself that love conquers all, even when all signs point to disaster. You're deep in the fairy tale, stubbornly ignoring the flashing neon warnings that this might not be your happily ever after. Maybe your friends are side-eyeing you, subtly, or not so subtly, dropping hints that something seems off. But you're too busy defending your situationship like a lawyer in court. They didn't mean to disappear for an entire weekend. Their phone probably died, and they definitely weren't avoiding me. Right. Totally logical. Taylor knows this phase all too well. She's practically written the soundtrack for it, like in Lavender Haze. Nothing says let's pretend everything is perfect like immersing yourself in a dreamy, love-drunk fog. If you ignore the problems long enough, do they even exist? Then Style, Taylor's version. That magnetic but messy relationship where you both know it's doomed, but somehow the chemistry keeps pulling you back in. It's like touching a hot stove repeatedly and acting shocked when it burns. Also, Treacherous, Taylor's version. When you know you're stepping into emotional quicksand, but you tell yourself, maybe this time will be different. Spoiler, it won't. Even Taylor herself has admitted, "These are the songs I wrote when I was fully ignoring the warning signs." We've all been there, floating in the denial bubble, hoping that love will magically erase the glaring issues. But don't worry. Reality is waiting just around the corner, and it's got a wake-up call with your name on it. Stage 2, anger. Denial didn't work? Good. Now, welcome to rage mode. This is the stage where the rose-colored glasses shatter into a million irreparable pieces, and suddenly your ex is no longer a misunderstood soul. You finally see them for what they really were. Every little thing that once seemed charming, now it's downright offensive. The way they chewed? Unforgivable. Their laugh? Actually the most annoying sound on the planet. The cute little quirks? Why did you ever put up with this? And Taylor? Oh, she thrives in this phase. She's practically the queen of channeling rage into pure musical fire. Here's your rage therapy playlist, Vigilante Sht. Because sometimes the best revenge is looking amazing, living your absolute best life and making sure they know it. Bonus points if you pair it with an all-black outfit and a dramatic hair flip. Bad Blood, Taylor's version. That glorious moment you realize they did you dirty and you're officially out of tears. The sadness, deleted. The heartbreak, rebranded as main character energy. We are never ever getting back together. Taylor's version. The ultimate power anthem for blocking them on every platform, deleting their number and moving on like they never existed. Because they don't. Not anymore. And as Taylor so wisely puts it, writing songs about anger is way more productive than sending that text. So instead of drafting a very detailed, very aggressive message, which, let's be real, you'd regret later, just crank up the volume, scream sing into your hairbrush, and let the music do the talking. Stage 3, bargaining. Welcome to the cringe phase, where logic doesn't just take a back seat. It hops out of the car entirely, leaving desperation to take the wheel and drive straight into a wall. This is the stage where delusion is at an all-time high, and suddenly, your brain starts plotting some truly questionable scenarios. Maybe if you completely reinvent your entire personality, they'll wake up one day and realize you were the one all along. Maybe if you casually show up at their favorite coffee shop for the first time ever, fate will intervene and they'll fall madly back in love. maybe if you just send one last text, they'll suddenly miss you and come running back. Spoiler, they won't, but your bargaining brain is determined to test that theory anyway. And Taylor, oh, she's been here before. She's practically the CEO of heartbreak negotiations. And she's got the perfect soundtrack for all your ill-advised ideas. Soon you'll get better. The song that cuts so deep you weren't remotely prepared for it. You'll tell yourself, maybe they just need time. But deep down, you know the truth. Say Don't Go, Taylor's version. That gut-wrenching moment when you know it's over, but you're still secretly hoping they'll fight for you. They won't, but it's cute that you think so. This is Me Trying, the official overthinker anthem. Because in the bargaining phase, every single decision feels like a last-ditch effort to fix things. Spoiler alert, it's not. Taylor sums it up best. If you have to beg someone to love you, maybe they're not your person. So do yourself a favor. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb. Throw it across the room if necessary, and resist the urge to send that one last text. Future you will thank you. Stage 4, Depression. Congratulations! You've officially entered the emotional black hole phase. There's no escaping it now. Everything, literally everything, reminds you of them. That random streetlight? Oh no, they once mentioned liking warm lighting. Absolutely devastating. That song playing in the grocery store, it was on in the background the first time you kissed. Tragic. Even the sound of the wind feels personal. Why does it sound so lonely today? At this point, you're so deep in your feelings that even fictional heartbreaks in TV shows feel a little too real. Why is everyone breaking up? Is the universe conspiring against me? And Taylor, she gets it. She's practically the queen of heartbreak anthems, and she's crafted the perfect soundtrack for your ugly cry sessions. All Too Well, 10-minute version. If you weren't spiraling before, you definitely are now. It's not just a song, it's an emotional endurance test. Buckle up. No one makes it through dry-eyed. The Archer. The kind of self-reflection that only really hits at 2 a.m. when you're staring at the ceiling and questioning every life choice you've ever made. You're losing me? That painful realization that the relationship was falling apart long before it actually ended. Why didn't you see it sooner? And Taylor's words of wisdom? Sometimes you just have to sit in the sadness. So go ahead. Throw on that oversized hoodie, stare dramatically out the window, and let yourself ugly cry in peace. We support you. Stage 5. Acceptance. You did it. You made it through. After countless late-night overthinking sessions, dramatic playlist rotations, and at least one questionable text draft, thankfully never sent, you've reached the final stage. Acceptance? The hoodie? Off. The sad playlists? Archived. Goodbye, emotional torture. The existential crisis? Fading. And suddenly, you feel like yourself again. Maybe even better than before. For the first time in what feels like forever, you wake up and don't immediately think about them. No more reliving old conversations, no more wondering what could have been. Just you, stepping into a brand new chapter. And of course, Taylor has the perfect soundtrack for this main character energy comeback. Clean. That moment, you finally feel free. No more emotional chains, no more what-ifs. Just you, stepping forward, lighter, stronger, and unbothered. Happiness. Because finding peace after heartbreak, that's the real win. You're no longer just surviving, you're thriving. Now that we don't talk, that, wait, I actually don't miss them moment. The clarity hits, and wow, life is so much better without them taking up precious brain space. And Taylor's final mic drop? Healing is a process, but eventually you'll wake up and realize you're better without them. And that's the real win. Now go ahead, blast your I'm Back and Hotter Than Ever playlist, romanticize your life, and step into your post-breakup glow-up era. Bonus round, the identity crisis. At some point, amidst the tears and questionable coping mechanisms, you'll look in the mirror and ask, wait, who even am I without them? Your entire routine, your favorite places, your Spotify Wrapped, all tainted. Suddenly, the coffee shop you loved is off limits because you used to go there together. And your favorite band? Nope, ruined forever. Taylor gets it. She's been there. And of course, she has the perfect Who Even Am I playlist, The Lakes. For when you want to disappear into a poetic exile and write sad poetry about your own heartbreak. Mirror Ball, because you spent so much time reflecting their light, you forgot you have your own. You're on your own, kid. That bittersweet realization that actually you always were. But maybe that's not a bad thing. Slowly, you'll start reclaiming the things you love. You'll walk into that coffee shop again, and guess what? It's still your coffee shop. The revenge glow-up era. Now that the crying phase is winding down, it's time for an essential post-breakup ritual, the glow-up. This isn't just about looking good, it's about remembering you're that person, the one who existed before them and will thrive long after. Taylor's guide to the ultimate glow-up playlist, Bejeweled. Because when I walk in the room, I can still make the whole place shimmer. The man, that oh wait, I'm actually unstoppable realization. I forgot that you existed. Because nothing is more powerful than apathy. This is the moment you start living for yourself again. New hobbies, new outfits, new mindset. And no, it's not for them. It never was. The wait, I think I'm happy again phase. Then, out of nowhere, it happens. You wake up, check your phone, and don't feel the urge to stalk them. You hear your song together, and don't feel like you've been emotionally drop-kicked. You catch yourself laughing, really laughing, for the first time in weeks. And that's when you know, you survived. Taylor has the perfect playlist for this full circle moment. Begin Again, a song about realizing that maybe, just maybe, love isn't dead after all. Long Live, a reminder that everything, even heartbreak, shapes you into someone stronger. New Romantics, because you're no longer crying in your room. You're dancing again, and that's the real win. Breakups suck. We all know that. But if there's one thing Taylor Swift has taught us, it's that heartbreak isn't just about pain. It's about transformation. You grow, evolve, and come out stronger than ever. And with the right playlist, you can turn even the messiest heartbreak into your own personal rebirth era. Now, it's your turn. Which Taylor song got you through your last breakup? What stage are you in right now? Rage mode, ugly crying, or full-blown glow-up? Drop your favorite breakup anthems in the comments, and let's build the ultimate heartbreak to healing playlist together.